Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan.
Drip, snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. We have been doing a lot of indie games for a while, and people were wondering if I would try like a simulator. And I said, yeah, why not? Why not try something different? And so we tried it out, and boom, it worked. People like the chill vibes. They like the fact that I have some drinks when we play this and we hang out and we talk a lot, to the point where, not only do we get absolutely consistent support, right, all the time, but people are now contributing to make it happen. Like Buckwell, yet again, this is what, week 3 in a row, Buckwell has contributed a DLC. I believe it was Iowa that he contributed for tonight. So we're going to check out Iowa tonight and see what that state is all about. How cool is that? Good stuff. So, yes, excited to chill with all of you, to talk, to do some deliveries, to drive around Iowa, and to do whatever, right? It's always a good time here on the American Truck Sim streams. Very nice. So how is everyone tonight? Are you all good? Are you all in good spirits and well and ready to relax? What is everyone up to here? We already have a gifted sub. I haven't said a word about contributions, but thank you. Truck Sim saved. Truck Sim has not been in jeopardy. I mean, Truck Sim, we have hit the support goal every single time. Are you aware of that? I think there might have been like one stream early on we didn't, but it's been consistent, like 3 straight months. Every time I play Truck Sim, we hit the support goals because people just like contributing to this game. They like the chill vibes. They like the fact that I do drink every time that we play it, and we have good interaction while we're also playing stuff. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. The notification sound is jarring. That's the idea. If someone's kicking the shit out of you, it's a jarring sound. It's not supposed to be a relaxing sound when you get kicked. You understand? It's also good because when someone drops a sub bomb, it hits you out of nowhere. Like you're never expecting it. Then, oh, what's that sound? Oh, shit. Oh, the subs. It's actually kind of exciting. I like it. I do. $49 of support. Almost a third of the way to the goal already. Excellent. We're already 5 goals towards our next DSP Tries It, which you guys have voted in and said that you want the adult Happy Meal from McDonald's. And I said, I'll do both. I'll do the chicken nuggets and the quarter pounder with cheese adult Happy Meals so we can see what toys we get. We'll have 2 chances to get a different toy. All right. So already we're at 15. Tonight, if we hit the goal, we're at 16, which means we would only need 4 more goals. And we would likely be doing it on Thursday before the end of my streaming week. Remember, this is a shorter streaming week for me. Are we doing something new to drink tonight? No, I haven't gotten through the other ones yet. So this White Claw has been in my garage because I store all the drinks in the garage and I put them in the fridge when I'm going to drink them. This has been there for like 2 months. I never drank it. So we're going to have White Claw tonight. And then I only had 1 left. So we're going to have another one of those, the juice drinks, the nectar, whatever it's called. We're going to have one of those tonight. I do still have some of the Smirnoff Ice drinks that we didn't finish. So we have those to drink through as well. And then I got to get something new after that. So we'll have some of the nectars. We'll have some of those Smirnoff drinks. And then we'll go to something new. You get it? Says, I'm not ICS. All right. That's good to know. You get it. Thanks for telling me. Anyone else want to fess up and say you're not ICS tonight before we begin? There you go. Now's your chance. Get it off your chest. Say that you are not ICS. There you go. It even rhymes. Here we go. Here we go. Sweaty Goomba is not ICS. Sneed Copain is not ICS. Squid's Got Game is not ICS. Suffer Properly says, I'm not Ryan. I don't know if that's really ICS's name or not. I'm not a stalker. I never looked into it. That's probably some fucking Kiwi Farms level, ops nonsense, if you know what I mean. Runt is not ICS. That's good to know. Hybrid says they're pretty sure they're not ICS, but they're not 100%. All right. Well, maybe it's your other personality you don't know about. And they jump into your body and control it when you're sleeping. That happens with some people. Gabriel, how are you? You're also not ICS. Gotcha. Colonel Zeppelin's not ICS. The Lulu says, I'm not ICS or any of them. I'm a woman. Any of who? Wait a minute. Any of who? What is this now? There's something new I don't know about? Who are we? What group of people are we addressing here? Save Us GTA says they are not ICS. That's good to know. So you know how IBS is irritable bowel syndrome? Well, ICS is irritable clown syndrome. A clown that's irritable and comes by and tries to derail a stream with contributions. There you go. I see people, I swear whenever I read ICS, my mind gravitates to Insane Clown Posse because that's the only like abbreviation with like IC that I've ever thought about in my head in my life. So it's just like I don't know why I just see a bunch of fucking weirdo, you know, hillbilly fucking white dudes in clown suits trying to bounce around a ring thinking they're wrestlers or something, or rappers for that matter. Oh shit, I might be ICS because remember, that's true. Remember that supposedly all of the contributions are fake. Every contribution, whether it's a tip, a membership, a super tip, they're all orchestrated. They're all planned out. Some people think that it's my wife is secretly in another room watching my stream and she drops contributions on my stream. How that would make any sense, I have no idea whatsoever, but that's what some people say. So maybe I actually was ICS all along. There you go. That's right. Perhaps I'm Kremp as well. I'm Kremp. I'm ICS. I am actually Ether335. I'm everyone. I've always just contributed to myself. See, that game dude, that's me. You don't realize what I have. I have trigger words that I say. When I say those trigger words, automated contributions roll into the stream. Now that would be high-level AI shit. Imagine that. I've programmed AI bots to all contribute when I say secret words. So watch this right now. Let's get 1 sub on the stream right now. Just 1 sub right here tonight on DSP Gaming. Right now. A fresh new sub. Well, obviously the AI is lagging tonight. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I thought I had it timed right. It didn't seem to work that time. Oh, there we go. The AI bot has triggered. Your future stepdad just gifted a sub. You see how it works? That's all pre-planned. It's all, there you go. All right. Very good. All right, let's start getting set up. Okay, let's start getting set up now so we can start. I can start drinking. We can drive to Iowa. Yeah, at this rate, we'll be eating a Happy Meal soon. Well, I say soon, but still, even if we hit a goal of stream, 1 goal of stream, that is, we likely will be doing it on Thursday, right? If we hit more than 1 goal on a stream, we could do it as early as Wednesday. Like if we hit 2 goals tonight, and then we hit a goal tomorrow for Suikoden 2, and then we hit a goal for Minecraft, okay? And then we hit the 2 goals on Wednesday for Mafia and... No, wait. We're at 16 now. So we need 4 more. So if we hit 2 tonight, we're at 18. No, we're at 15 now. See, that's where I lost track. If we get 2 goals tonight, we'll be at 17. Then we need 3 more. So if we do all of Tuesday and 1 on Wednesday, we can do... Well, there you go. We could do it on Wednesday if we hit 3 in a row. All right. It's possible we could do it, but we need to do a double goal. The only way we could do it earlier than Thursday would have to be a double goal getting hit, which we haven't done in a while, so I don't know if we would do that. We'll have to see. We have a White Claw on hand. That's right. It's been many, many weeks since I had a White Claw. Well, White Claw has returned. This is a leftover blackberry hard seltzer surge. This is the 8%, I think. 8% concentration liquor in this White Claw. All right, here we go. Oh, it sprayed again. Man, even with my hand there trying to stop it, it still explodes. Hopefully just landed on the chair, not on the keyboard. I think so. I don't see any on the keyboard, so that's good. Okay, here we go. Blackberry White Claw Surge. Let's see if it's any good, because I don't remember. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's kind of middle of the road for me. Just okay. All right. Where is Iowa? I don't even know. Holy crap. It's the easternmost state that we have. Look, it's all the way over here. Do I like Smirnoff Ice? When I was younger, I liked it, but now I find it way too sweet. If I'm gonna have one of these alcoholic beverages, I like one that has like low sugar. So like White Claws have low sugar. Those juice drinks I was drinking have relatively low sugar. So, for some reason, Buckwell, you got auto-modded by the AI mod on Kick. It says hate speech, but you didn't say any hate speech. It says don't forget to start upgrading your truck engine. Oh, dude, you said a word that you can't say. It's considered bad slang. Oh, what the hell? Was that the dealer? It's sending me in a circle? Why did it do that? Why the hell is it sending me in a circle? So basically it says to upgrade my transition and my engine is what he's telling me to do. You can't say what you said. He said an abbreviated kind of transition. He said that in the chat. That's not allowed. They think that it's something else. That's a bad word. Problems. I'm just gonna do a U-turn. Screw this. Illegal U-turn. Ladies and gentlemen, Infinite177 just gifted 10 freaking subs on Kick. 10. Not only will that be the top contribution of the night, that's gonna get us to our tier 1 goal. So I think what we'll do, let's let the animations run out, and once they run out, then we'll do our celebration. Okay? Cool. Thank you, Infinite177. Incredibly generous. So we've already hit a goal. Oh, that's right. We were talking about this on the pre-stream. All contributions are actually AI that I programmed. It's just me contributing to myself, obviously, because we all know that no one likes me, and there's no way that anyone would ever contribute to my content. So obviously these are all just AI bots that I've programmed to give fake contributions to myself. Don't ask me how I would actually be in business if that were the case. You would think I would have lost my house years ago, but you know, funny how that works. Anyway, so once that, oh, there you go. Infinite177 says, no, actually, I am ICS. Ah, well, at least Infinite has fessed up that they are ICS. There you go. That's Iron Chef Sakai, also known as Insane Clown. What did I say it was earlier? Oh, Irritable Clown Syndrome. That's what I called it earlier. Irritable Clown Syndrome. So thank you for that. Anyway, so we have hit the first goal. I want to let the animations play out first, and then I will update the leaderboard. But thank you guys. So now we're up to 16. That means 4 goals to go for DSP Tries It, the adult Happy Meal from McDonald's this week, of which I'm going to try both versions, the chicken nugget and the, whatchamacallit, the, quarter pounder with cheese versions. I'm going to try both. That way we'll get 2 toys, all right? That could be as soon as, likely Wednesday. I don't think we're going to hit it before Wednesday. It could be Wednesday, it could be Thursday, depending on levels of support. So, I mean, we just started tonight. We're in prime position. I could possibly hit 2 goals tonight, and if I do, we're going to do the DSP Tries It likely on Wednesday, all right? So, if you like the content, please support it. Let's get some going here. We already got great momentum, thanks to everyone who has supported early on. If we hit a second goal and then actually do DSP Tries It on Wednesday, that would be pretty cool. What is the drink? The drink is White Claw Surge Blackberry flavor. 8% alcoholic volume. Why would if you don't know the story, I would never stream on Twitch again because they treated me incredibly unprofessionally. Within 1 month, they said I was no longer eligible for the partner program because of hateful conduct. Now, what hateful conduct do I actually do? Think about this. Do I say anything racist? No. Do I say anything sexist? No. What hateful conduct? There's no hateful conduct. I don't do that stuff. I could see if I was like some kind of political commentator and I was saying things about certain groups of people, or, you know, if I was someone talking about religion and I said something offensive about a religion. I don't do anything like that. So they kicked me out of the partner program. When I asked them to provide evidence of what I did wrong, because I didn't believe I did anything wrong and I needed to know what they were talking about so I could improve, they told me, we don't have to tell you. That's what they actually said. We just don't have to tell you, but you can reapply for the partner program in a year. Well, what's the point of reapplying if you didn't tell me what I did wrong so I don't do it again, right? But then on top of that, I said, well, you know, I have a good following that I built up over 5 years on Twitch. Let me still stick around and see if I can make a living just on tips. So I said, forget subs, forget super chats, or over there they're actually called bits, right? Forget all that. Instead, let's just see if I can do tips. They shut down my stream midstream saying that I said the N-word. I said, no, I did not say the N-word, you complete idiots. Go watch the content, because I dare you to review it and tell me that I said the N-word if you review it. They reviewed it and said, oh, we're sorry, we made a horrible mistake, you actually didn't do it. We'll remove your channel suspension. At that point, I said, I don't want to be on your business anymore. I don't want to use you. Because if I use your site, at any moment, some idiot can mass report me for something I didn't do. Someone in your company can make some knee-jerk reaction that they don't like me, and you'll just kick me out of everything, and I don't want to be at a place like that. Now, I'm not saying that I've never had issues at all with YouTube or anything like that, but at least on YouTube, if they've ever had an issue with me, they clearly explain to me what the issue is. They tell me, they'll give you a timestamp in the video of what you did wrong, and they'll explain this is what you can't do so you can be better for the future. That's what I need. And by the way, on YouTube, you get a strikes policy where it's levels of escalation. Like if you make one offense, okay, little slap on the wrist. 2 offenses, all right, maybe you can't stream for a couple days, right? Stuff like that. On Twitch, they literally just said, you're out of the partner program instantly. For what? Oh, we don't have to tell you. The hell is that? How is that professional? So that's why I never, ever want to go back there. I don't know why anyone would. Because the things I hear like, oh, exposure. There's no exposure on Twitch. The exposure on Twitch is exactly the same as everywhere else. It's way, way overpopulated with streamers. It's impossible, absolutely impossible, to actually be able to get noticed on Twitch. You know, at least on YouTube, I already have... This thing's going to rear end me, isn't it? At least on YouTube, I already have an established, you know, presence. But on Twitch, you know, it's like, do you really want me to start over? I can't start over completely. I'm trying to build, you know, so screw Twitch. It's just not worth it. It's really not. So I'm never going to go back there and be demonetized and have all horrible things happen to me. All right, so we're now at 179 in support out of our goal of 300. We hit 300. We hit a second goal tonight, which would be amazing and get us really great momentum towards doing the DSP tries of the adult Happy Meal as early as possible, you know, this week. Like I said, I would love to do it Thursday at the latest because Thursday's my last day of streaming this week, but I would like to do it on Wednesday if possible, so hitting a double goal tonight would help a lot with that, obviously. We'd be all the way up to 17, only 3 to go. That'd be amazing. So let's go. Any update on the crimp situation? So far, so good. So far, there's been no refunding of any subs, whether crimps or ethers. Perhaps they'll both be good. I don't know. We'll have to see. Like I said, as long as there is no refund, we are doing GTA 4 as a day stream, and we're going to start the Ballad of Gay Tony as soon as we finish the story, and that will begin next week. All right? So hopefully it's all good and kosher and it sticks, and we're all set. When does it clear? So I've already explained this earlier. I'll reiterate. Kick is very bizarre, okay? Kick considers the middle of Tuesday the end of their week. Figure that out. I've never heard of another business that considers the middle of Tuesday the end of their week, but they do. So anything you earn up to the middle of Tuesday counts for a week, and then they cut it off. Then that's when they do their calculations on how much they owe you and if it's all legit or not. Yeah, I do have to wait. I have to wait for this. And then you get paid on Thursday for that. Usually it comes through, I'd say around like midday on Thursday, okay? So I will know by Thursday if the payment comes through or not, if we're good or not, okay? I'll be able to lock it in by the end of Thursday and tell you. What's this? What the hell? What? Oh, we got a problem, guys. What just happened? What am I supposed to do? The game tells me to go this way and it's blocked, so I'm stuck. What am I supposed to do? This has never happened before. It's screwed up. Can I turn left? Like...
Hitting the bottle kick!
I hit someone behind me? Well, what was I supposed to do, you stupid game? That ain't my fault. I guess this is one way to do it. I don't know how else I could have possibly done that, right? It was messed up. They closed off the way that they wanted me to go, and there was no other way to figure it out. So, American Truck Sim, I'm sure. What would it? I mean, obviously a trucker wouldn't hit an invisible wall, so it just seems like a glitch. Because if you didn't notice, what happened is they rerouted me, and I think that the job would have been able to be done if they didn't reroute me. But because they rerouted me, it was going to make me drive through a state that was locked. I think that's exactly what it was. They were going to try to get me to drive through one of the state DLCs I don't have yet. So because of that, they gave me an invisible wall, so I couldn't use this connector to go on where I needed to go. That's what I think happened. I could be wrong, but I have no other clue why that would have just happened. Very bizarre. Well, it is what it is, I guess. So, first of all, what if I had been a VTuber? Would things have been different? Dude, I don't even know. I mean, you gotta understand, I've been around since the early days of YouTube content creation. You're talking about 2008 is when I started, right? I don't even know when VTubers began. I don't know how you would have even done it, like, back in the day. I don't think it was possible, right? Like, back in the day, there was no program that would scan you, movement, and add an AI-generated anime character over you. Like, how the hell would you have done that back then? You couldn't. It wasn't possible. Back then, it was either you hide your face entirely, or you reveal your face on camera and you're the real you. There was no acting that you're someone else and stuff like that. You know what I mean? By the way, I have nothing against VTubers or anything like that. If they want to do it and people like it, you know, go for it. For me personally, I think I would just prefer to have the real me on screen. That way there's no big mystery and there's no incorrectly, how can I say? There's no one guessing who I am or what I look like. Like, I'll give you an example. The first year I did content, I didn't show my face. It was almost a whole entire year, okay? So imagine you didn't know, you never seen me before, but you only heard my voice. Would you say that you think that my voice fits my body? I'm just curious, like, from everyone here tonight, would you say that my voice fits my body and how I look and all that? Or do you think that my voice is actually a little bit deceptive? What does everyone think? You do think my voice fits my body. Some people say no, and some are saying yes. I've watched you too long to give a fair answer. I mean, that's a fair take, I guess. I want to sleep. They're gonna let me? Here we go. Okay. So, basically, when I started on YouTube, all right, and I didn't show my face for about a year, and then I started showing my face. When I finally showed my face, I'm not kidding you, some people accused me of faking it and saying that's not really you. They were like, dude, that's no way that's your voice, because your body, you know, back then, keep in mind, I was like really fat too, okay? So I was a bigger looking guy, and they were like, dude, your body is like big, and then your voice is like kind of mid to high pitched. And so there's no way. We thought that, you know, if you guys like you, that look like you, we think that you would have a deep voice. And you don't. And that's really, really bizarre. Like, we never thought that that would have been you. You know, hearing your voice, people used to say, we thought that you were like like a Poindexter, freaking, like the angry video game nerds. Like, we thought you'd have like a button-down shirt, nerdy glasses, you'd be skinny, you know, stuff like that. And I was like, no, not even close, right? So anyway, that's what I mean. Like, imagine if I was a VTuber. If I were a VTuber, I probably could have made any avatar up besides me, and then people would have bought it. But because I was me, a lot of people, you know, would have never thought that that's what I looked like. So I guess I'm kind of... Oh, there's a train coming by, look. So, like I said, VTuber stuff wasn't available when I started, and quite frankly, I think it would have been more confusing to my audience to do a VTuber that looks totally different, or, you know, if I had done a VTuber that looked like me, no one would have believed it. They would have, oh, he made that up or whatever. That's an avatar, right? Now, as for your second question, about the incident 9 years ago, I've talked about this many times. I don't shy away from talking about it, because the real reason that I survived the incident is because I owned it, and because I made a joke out of it and I laughed with it while the whole world was laughing at me. I laughed too. I feel like if I had done it the opposite and instead I had been like offended or tried to hide it as a secret or said it didn't happen, it would have been very poorly for me. You know, it probably would have been the end. But instead I treated it like, you know, a stupid, embarrassing, funny thing that could have happened to anyone, and it panned out well. Now, hold on 1 second here. Get this. To be honest, I feel like I am pretty lucky in that regard. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I was a unique guy in a situation where so many people on the internet at that point were already making fun of me for, like, this is how you don't play and stuff, that it didn't really matter that there was another thing that they were trying to tack on that was embarrassing. If everyone is already saying, this guy is a joke, he's a bad gamer, and all of this. Keep in mind, this was before I was an interactive streamer. I didn't do anything like I'm doing right now. It was more just doing raw playthroughs and trying to put out quality playthroughs, right? So, here we go. There we are. So, yeah, like, because already people had kind of made me out to be a joke on the internet and stuff like that, I think that's why I was able to laugh it off and people laughed at me, but it was okay. Like, if it was the first time you ever heard about DSP and that's what you heard, you probably would have been like, what the hell? Who is this degenerate loser? But people already knew who darksydephil was, and they're like, oh my god, now that's an embarrassing thing that happened to him, right? Also, let's be very honest here. I was very lucky that absolutely nothing was shown. Because the truth of the matter is, nothing was shown whatsoever. Nothing. It was just my stupid O-face, awful resolution, peach fuzz, no audio. You didn't see what I was looking at. Obviously, there was no nudity or anything. No, really, it was not true sexual content. There's more sexual content shown in a movie like American Pie than was in that clip, right? So I was very lucky, because if I had shown anything, or if there was actually audio that had been captured or something, oh boy, that probably would have definitely been like not able to come back from. But I did get lucky in that regard, okay? Now, a lot of people say, well, how did that whole go down and everything? It's honestly, it's a pretty simple story. It's just a sad one. And I've told it before. Some people to this day accuse me of faking it. Are you insane? You think I would fake something like that? It's like I've said, it was my most embarrassing moment of my life. And like the one silver lining I take out of it is that no matter what happens to me for the rest of my life, I've already experienced my most embarrassing moment. There's no way I could have a more embarrassing moment than that. Really, like, what else could there be more embarrassing than that? So I'm good in that regard. I got it out of my system relatively early, right? I floored the brakes, and the truck didn't stop. I don't know what happened. I floored the brakes, and the truck didn't stop. God damn it. All right, well, this car is just not going to move. I got to back up. It doesn't seem to want to move. He just tried to back into me, by the way. Did you see that? All right, so that's called momentum. Oh, I don't know about that. What's momentum? Anyway. So, in regards to the incident, now that the most embarrassing moment has happened, you know, I honestly think, like, things have slowly gotten better since then, honestly, if you want to know the truth. That really was the low point of my life. So what's the story behind it? It's not complicated at all. At that time frame, things were falling apart for me. This was 9 years ago, okay? Things were falling apart for me piece by piece my entire life. So first of all, I moved out here in 2014. I lived in Connecticut originally, but I basically spent like all of my money that I had earned on YouTube for this move. To buy the house, to move across the country, to furnish the house, and some. I overspent basically expecting that I was always going to make the same amount of money. Within 2 years of me moving, my income was like halved. So I was completely screwed because I was already up to eyeballs in debt, and I didn't see a way out of this financially. I thought that I had completely screwed myself up entirely for the rest of my life. So just that, okay, was one big problem that was going on. Then my personal life started to unravel. You know, I was with a significant other. I'm no longer with her since 2017, by the way. My current, you know, my wife and everything I met after that, okay? So anyway, I had been with this, you know, this girl for a while, and we decided to move and start a life together. And at first it was fine, but basically as soon as stuff started to happen, like financial issues and heavy trolling on the internet, basically our whole relationship fell apart. Like, we just stopped wanting to spend time together. We didn't really talk that much. We lived in the same house, but we weren't really interacting that much. She went off and got a job for herself and was hanging out with her own friends while I was at home all the time working to pay the bills and keep the house, basically. So the entire thing had fallen apart. I mean, it got to the point where we weren't barely talking or interacting. And it sucked because, you know, at that point, there's no privacy. We live in the same house. So how do you have any privacy to yourself when you're living with someone who's almost just like a roommate, right? It was just messed up. Now, the thing is, we didn't want to tell the internet about that because everyone would just turn it into drama. So we lied and we fibbed and we basically made a bunch of stuff up constantly. There was a couple times we tried to make it still work. Like, we went on a trip once to Seattle, and maybe this trip is like kind of the last straw where it will click again and things will work out. But it just didn't work out, right? It was destined to fail. It really wasn't a good relationship to begin with, to be honest with all of you, okay? Anyway, so my personal relationship was falling apart at the seams. I was up to my eyeballs in debt. I was constantly being trolled all the time. And so basically what I saw was that this room, this office, as I called it back then. Now I call it more of a studio because I have so much fancy stuff in here now. But back then I just considered it my office, right? My workspace. This was literally the only room in the house where I could be private, where we didn't have a shared space where she would have access to it. You know what I'm saying? When I was in here and the door was closed, that's me time, right? Problem being, she was almost always home. Yes, she had a job, so there was a few times a week when she went to work. For the most part, the only time that I got to myself, to be for myself here, was here in this room. So how did this situation happen? Well, I was insanely stressed out. We weren't really together. You know, I was at my wit's end. I wanted some private time, and I idiotically tried to squeeze in some private time at the only time that I could, like literally as I was starting my work stream, which is the stupidest thing you could possibly do, but it wasn't like I was in my right mind. I was insanely stressed out. I was doing dumb things. I mean, daily people were baiting me into doing rage bait shit on stream. And, you know, like I said, it was just a very different time of my life. And I'm so happy now things are so very different. I'm much wiser. I'm older. I don't usually, you know, fall for dumb shit like that. I do still sometimes, but not all the time. And things are just a lot different now. Okay, I'm so happy that I met my wife, and I'm happily married, and we have such a great life together. Like I said, my home life outside of this room is amazing. It's really, really good, and it's actually getting better now that things are better with support, where we can take extra days off. Like this week, we're gonna have an extra day off. We can spend time together. It's gonna be really, really good. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So this room was basically my one escape from this depressing life that I had behind the scenes, you know. And I know that sounds messed up. It really was. Like, it really was dysfunction. It was a split existence where we had to keep up appearances to make everyone think that we were still happy and together. I mean, I'm not even kidding. We basically weren't together almost the full 2 years that we still lived together. Because remember, we moved out here in 2014. I would argue probably it was around middle to late 2015 that the whole thing fell apart. And then we still were together, but not really, until, what was it, like the beginning of 2017? I want to say it was February, March 2017 when we broke up and she moved out. So, I mean, think about being like a prisoner in your own house for like a year and a half. You're stuck with someone who you really don't have feelings for. They don't have feelings for you. You're trying to make it work. It's not working. You have no way to really be separated because it's not like this is a humongous house where, like, I can't live on the top floor and she lives on the bottom floor. Like, you know what I mean? So it was a pretty messed up situation. And that's why it happened, because here I am trying to basically have a moment for myself of relief before a stream. And I'm just trying to, like, you know, fit it in when I really can't do it at any other time. And I'm idiotically even trying to do it when the stream is live. That was insanely stupid. Like, the most dumb thing I could have done. And of course, now I know that and admit that. But back then, I just didn't give a shit. Honestly, to be honest, remember, this was also the year when I was trying to rebrand myself as KO Gaming and I was doing a whole edited content channel on YouTube. So in my mind, things were already falling apart and it wasn't working. Like, YouTube was falling apart. I was losing money constantly, losing viewers constantly. My relationship was breaking up. My financials were awful. Everything was bad in my life. So I was like, fuck it. I don't even care anymore. I don't care about the risks I take. I don't care about nothing because nothing's working anyway. So who gives a shit? You know, I was really depressed. 2016, yeah, I was really, really depressed that year. I wouldn't be surprised if you look back at stuff I did in 2016, shaking my head at like, geez, this guy was so angry at everything. I really was. I was very upset that things that were turning out that way. I thought that I was basically going to have to stop doing YouTube and I was going to probably have to give up the house. That's what I thought ultimately, is that I was going to have to lose my house. I was already losing my relationship. I was probably already going to lose my house. I was going to lose everything. You know what I mean? So it was just a really messed up time. But like I said, I'm glad I got past it and now I'm stronger for it. The most embarrassing thing that could have happened to me has already happened. And now I have the rest of my life to focus on instead of worrying about what's the next thing. There is no next bad thing, really. It's already all behind me, the worst stuff. Okay, I know that was a long story, but it is a long story. We are now at 208 and climbing, guys. Less than 100 to go to hit our second goal of the night. And if we hit that, that means we are so close to DSP Tries It. I would absolutely love to do DSP Tries It early this week, maybe on Wednesday. That would be cool. Okay. All right. Guys, it is time for the break. I'm going to go get another drink, and we're going to have another hour of Truck Sim when I get back. We'll do another, Iowa run. I don't know if we'll stay in Iowa. We've done 2 already. Maybe we'll stay in Iowa. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll leave Iowa and we'll go do something else. I'm not sure. But more coming. Thanks for watching. See you in the next part. Okay. Quick break, everybody. And then I'll be right back with more drink. And, guys, we are less than $100 from a second goal. If we can hit that tonight, that would be absolutely out-freaking-standing. Because that would get us right on pace for DSP Tries It on Wednesday, which would be awesome. So let's do it, all right? I'll be right back. Please support the stream if you haven't yet, and let's make it happen. I'll be back in a sec. This has been a great experience, hanging out with you guys with Truck Sim and having a great time, so thank you for that. We got about an hour left, and we have $82 to go to hit our second goal. Let's make it happen. Okay, hold on 1 second. I have to belch. Excuse me. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to American Truck Sim for this week. Second half of the night. I now have a Nectar Hard Juice Lychee Lily Koi flavor. I've had this once before. I think I liked it. Let's open it and test it. All right. You're welcome, Ava Cowboy fan. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this isn't the one I liked. It smells bizarre. Oh, let's try it. Never mind. That's pretty good. Oh, that's actually darn good. I really like that one. Okay. So that's good. That is one of my favorites, actually. Lychee lilikoi flavor. Nectar hard juice. Okay. We're up to 223 of support and climbing, guys. Thank you so much. Again, now we're around 70, 77 away from the goal, which I would love to do by the end of the stream. What? Someone in Kick just said, how are you able to stream after all these years? I figure you would have been broke 15 times over by now. I'm making more money now than I have been for a decade. I'm serious about that too. Like, right now, with what I'm making, it's not as much as I made at the very height of my popularity at the beginning of YouTube, but this is more than I've been making for like 10 years. So, I'm good. I am good off right now. All right, so everyone, we're off on this journey. It's going to be another probably like 30, 40 minutes to see if we can finish this job. Please support the stream. We are $70-something away from hitting the second goal tonight. That would put us in prime position to do DSP Tries It early this week, so we can actually do it around Wednesday. We could do both of the McDonald's adult Happy Meals. I would like to do them for you. You guys voted for it. You want to see them. I don't want to do it last minute. I'd like to do it Wednesday. But in order to do that, we got to hit a double goal tonight. Then we only need 3 more streams, which is 2 tomorrow and the 1 on Wednesday, and we can do it. All right, so let's go. Let's get some more support. We got a whole bunch of subs tonight. Can we get some more tips? Can we get some super chats? We had a few of those, but not too many. We've had a bunch of subs and a good amount of members, but it's been the super chats and the tips right now. Can we get a few more of those? Spread it around. Hey, if we get more subs, I'm not complaining. If someone wants to drop some more subs on the stream, that helps me a lot. Thank you for that. I'm just saying for variety purposes, you know. Everyone, can we get some more support? And the reason I say that is we were doing really well earlier, and now it seems it's been 17 minutes since I had any support. So it's drying up, and that's not good because I really wanted to hit the second goal tonight, and we're so close to it. Let's not let it slip through our fingers. Let's hit that goal tonight. Right now, let's get someone to do a super chat, someone to do a tip, and someone to gift 1 sub. 1 of each right now. Doesn't matter the amount. Let's just do 1 of each, okay? That will start to build some momentum. Let's get that momentum rolling. Let's get 1 of each. Thank you so much. All right, we got our tip. Now, can we get a super chat and can we get a sub? Let's get 1 of each. You mean 10 years as a content creator and as a person? As a content creator, the last decade has completely changed everything. When I started off in 2014, I guess you could say 2015 now, right? I was still making content that was basically offline content. Even though I was live streaming it, it was more like I'm just doing a serious playthrough, buy a game, play it start to finish within a few days. That was my goal. That game has completely changed now. Most people don't even care about people playing a game from start to finish and rushing it out and doing that. Like, that whole mentality on the internet is different, right? As a content creator now, my goal is to entertain an audience. Sometimes that'll be gaming, sometimes it won't be. To have enough people to engage with the content that they're having a good time and then they want to support it, and that's how I make my living. In 2015, I was still making a living on ad revenue. Think about that. Ads on videos. Now, that's like this much. It used to be like this much of my income. Now it's like this much. So my goal now is just hang out with you guys, make you feel at home, make you feel comfortable. Hopefully you're enjoying the stuff to the point where you want to support it because you want to see more streams. You want to have an impact on the future content, and that's what it's all about. You support, and I'll do stuff that you want on a future stream. Here we go. So, creation-wise, everything's different. Now, take a look. Now my setup is gorgeous, right? It's about having more modern peripherals and technology to do more creative, interactive content, as opposed to just, I sit here, play a game, finish game quickly, right? Also, it's not about filling dead air with commentary anymore, right? It used to be, oh, every time I'm playing a game, I gotta keep talking, right? Not anymore. Now, it's about interacting with the audience, talking with you guys, having conversation, but also, yes, reacting to the game. That's definitely still a part of it, but that's not the end-all, be-all of the content I'm making anymore, and that's a good thing. Let's see. As a person, oh my God, I don't even think I'm close to the same person that I was 10 years ago. I don't. I think these last 10 years have changed me completely. I'm way more mature. My commentary is way different now than it used to be. I think everyone agrees there, right? Like some people complain to me that my commentary is too different now. I think my commentary is way more mature. We can actually have meaningful conversation instead of me just talking about ass and titties and, you know, risque stuff every moment of every stream. And we have good chill hangout sessions that didn't used to exist. I do different things now. It's not just about me playing games. We have streams where we just talk. I do a podcast frequently. Not every day anymore, but frequently. I try to branch out and do other content, like Lego streams and stuff like that. DSP Tries It has returned, which has been really cool. So, as a person, I feel like I'm totally different. Like, I used to just be, hey, I want to come to work every day and punch a clock and play a game and make money on the games and enjoy the games. That's literally not even what I do anymore. Like, now, I'm someone who has a social stream where we interact, and as long as we've had a good time together, I know I've done my job. And that's a different kind of thing. Me making content that's not offensive, I'm not constantly lashing out at people and saying messed up stuff to attack people for drama purposes, to try to get drama views and stuff. I don't care about that stuff. That's stuff I used to do. So, I do feel like as a person, I've grown and changed. I mean, I'm now happily married for 6 years. My life has been so much better ever since I met Kat, and I think I've calmed down a lot. I've separated my personal life from my public life, and because of that, because there's so little crossover now, there's no kind of chance that things are going to get messed up or changed. Like, for example, are there times when things can stressfully happen on a stream and that might affect things that happen in real life outside of the stream? Yes, for sure. But is it so bad that, like, it changes everything? No. Not at all. Not at all. It's like, oh, well, I had a bad day. Okay, finish my day, unplug, go out and spend time with Kat, and we're good. It doesn't carry over. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. And we have a good, healthy relationship. We care for each other. We love each other. And that's so different than what I used to have, because it used to just be, for me, work, 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 games, 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 work, 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 games, games, games. But now that I have that separation, things are much better for me. My stress levels have decreased. Things now, like a lot of people say, well, how do you put up with all the stress? What stress? Is there some stress doing this? Yes, there is. For sure, there's always going to be some. But the truth is, what stress do I have? Well, how do you put up with all the people on the internet who slander you every day? Why the fuck do I care about them? They don't affect me in the least. Right? I turn on the stream, I have fun, I have a good time with my audience, I make money, good money. I turn the stream off, I go hang out with my wife. What do I have to complain about? Because a bunch of fucking loser nerds sit on the internet making fun of me? These people who literally their entire existence is dependent on their internet existence? I don't care about that. Let everyone on the internet crap on my persona. I don't give a shit. I still thrive, and then I have a great life off the stream too. So how the hell is that negative to me? It's not. I don't care what they say. Fuck them. And I think that's something that I've learned in the last few years. It doesn't matter how many documentaries are made about me, how many shitbags steal my content, how many morons tattoo me on their fucking balls or whatever it is. I'm still good. Just ignore the nonsense and do my own thing, and I'm good. So we did get a tip, but we did not get a membership. Excuse me, we did not get a sub, and we did not get a super chat. So sadly, it's not looking very likely we're going to hit our second goal for tonight. Again, this happens every time we do a truck sim stream, right? We get a whole ridiculous amount of support up front, and things are great. And then the second hour, it always, like, it peters out. It's fine if we don't hit a second goal tonight. I want to make that abundantly clear. But it would have been great if we could do that. Really, it would help out a lot if we did. So, guys, we are $73 away from hitting our second goal tonight. But sadly, we only have about 15 minutes left on the stream. It's not looking good. Just being honest. Unless we get a couple people who step up and do some really big contributions, I don't think we're going to be hitting our second goal tonight, which means we may have to wait until Thursday to do DSP Tries It, if we even get to do it by Thursday. So, if you are here and you want to see a second goal hit so we can do DSP Tries It this week, please support. Someone asked me on Kick, when as a little boy did I realize I liked the same sex? Oh, you got me confused. There's this guy, he's called PPP on Kino Casino. You got to ask him that question. He's the guy who tries to fly guys out to bars to have drinks with them across the country, you know, wine and dine them, and, you know, go take them on dates and stuff. That's the guy you got to ask that question. I'm happily married to a lovely woman. So you got us confused. It's understandable. I used to actually do work with those guys, so maybe that's where the confusion was. But you know, go check him out if you're interested in answers to questions like that. I wouldn't know too much about it. Again, I have to clarify. Going to a bar with your male friends to just have some drinks or hang out, to go chicks or whatever if you're single, that's fine. Okay? Offering to pay someone's way thousands of dollars to fly them across the country to go to a pro wrestler's bar specifically, someone who you've never actually spent time with outside of just professionally on the internet with a show, that's a little fucking weird. This wasn't, hey, we're in the same neighborhood, want to go to the bar and get a drink? This was, hey, want me to pay thousands of dollars to fly you across the country and your hotel stay and your way the entire time to hang out with me, to have drinks at Hulk Hogan's bar? No, that's really weird. That's actually quite scary. That's the beginning of a horror story, actually. I'll stay away. Especially when I'm happily married. You know. Again, there's situations where that would be fine. Mine was certainly not that situation. Oh, this is a cool rock formation. I like this. We're driving through like a, looks like they blasted through like a mountain to make this road. So guys, literal last chance to contribute to the stream. We're $70 away from hitting a second goal. It would be great if we could. Not the end of the world if we don't, but man, it would help out a lot if we could do that, and then we could do DSP Tries It on Wednesday instead of Thursday. But this is it. Once I deliver this job, that's it for the stream, okay? Can we do it? Let's get that final motivation. Let's hit the goal. Let's get someone to give some subs. Let's get some membership. Let's get a big tip to hit it, or how about a super chat, right? Let's go right now. How about some funny animations for the super chats and the tips that we have, right? Can I just allegations I called Andy my soulmate? I don't remember that at all. If I did, it obviously was a joke. It would have been, I think the phrase was actually my gaming soulmate, and that's because someone said that I think it was in the Kino Casino chat, someone said it. So I responded to it, and I was like, yeah, he's my gaming soulmate or something like that. I don't know, it was just fucking one-off line. I don't even think he ever even said a word about it, right? Nothing. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Andy, I barely ever talked to. Do you understand that? Like, all the conversations that I had behind the scenes were always with Ashton. I almost never spoke with Andy. It was always, obviously, it was always on air. You saw the extent of the DMs I had with him. There were very few. But weirdos wanted to make up this weird bromance between us to think that, like, we were, like, super friends and we were on the game together all the time. Like, that literally never happened. Never. It was all bullshit. I don't even know where people got that idea. Like I said, people say, oh, you're his gaming soulmate, you guys have a bromance. And I would joke about it, like, yeah. But it wasn't based in reality or anything. It was just idiots saying dumb shit on the internet.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.